In this video I will show you how you can hike to one of the most spectacular viewpoints of Switzerland. Near Appenzell you have a very beautiful mountain hut, located at one of the most spectacular viewpoints I've ever seen, the Schafler Mountain. The views from here are simply spectacular. In total it's a 13k hike with around 1100 meters of elevation gain to get to the Schafler Mountain and back. But you're not only visiting this beautiful viewpoint, you're also visiting a very beautiful mountain lake and a famous church built into the side of the mountain. You can make this hike as long as you want. You can take a cable car up and only having to hike 5 kilometers. You can make it a 30k loop without cable car, or you can make it a 13k loop without cable cars. And next to this there are many other options as well. The hike to the Schafler Mountain viewpoint is located near Appenzell, which is in the northern eastern part of Switzerland. Most people will be staying in Appenzell itself, but the hike starts from the smaller town of Wasserauen. So how to get to this hike? Well, if you're with a car, you can just drive all the way up to Wasserauen, from which you can start hiking, or take a cable car up to Ebenalp. If you're coming from overseas, you can fly into one of the bigger cities of Switzerland and take a train from there. So you can either take a train all the way from Geneva, Bern, Zurich, which is quite close, and then from Appenzell take a small train which takes around 7 minutes to reach the town of Wasserauen. From Wasserauen you can start your hike, or skip 4 kilometers with 600 meters of elevation gain by taking the cable car up to Ebenalp. A summary of the hike. I will summarize the trail which leads you to the viewpoint and next to the lake. But there are many different options. As you can see, it will be a big loop from Wasserauen all the way down to the lake and back to Wasserauen. But you can make it as big as 22 kilometers or even longer to visit multiple peaks in the area. But for today I will explain this viewpoint track. You start in Wasserauen, from which you start climbing straight away. As you can see on the lines, it's quite steep, but the path is really fun, because you're going through some fields. So this is the viewpoint we are going to, but in order to get there, we have to start in Wasserauen. From Wasserauen, you have to go a little bit in the direction of Appenzell to go around the bigger hill, from where you can follow the small path through the fields of farmers. It's gentle and it's a nice way to start. This is the section you will skip if you take the cable car. After the start in the fields you will just stay climbing the whole hike. You can choose to visit the famous church in the mountain. And after which you climb a little bit more until you reach Ebenalp, the cable car station. So from here it will be a little bit more busy, probably. If you came with the cable car you can decide to go down to the church and then move up again, but we already visited the church so we walked further. You follow a beautiful route and you keep climbing and climbing. It's not that steep anymore here. But after a while it gets steep again. But that's already the last steep part of climbing. So as you can see you're just climbing the whole time, especially on the last part until the Schafler Mountain. And when you reach the Schafler Mountain Hut you climbed 1100 meters in only 6 kilometers. So that's quite steep. But when you reach the hut the views are well worth it for sure. It's really spectacular and really unique as well. I've never seen mountains like this in my life. After you take a drink in the Schafler hut and enjoy the views, you slowly start going downhill. This is also the point where you can decide to move further or where you can decide to descend. You can hike all the way to the mountain in the background, the Santis mountain. But today we will just start descending from here all the way into the valley. So you can pass this beautiful mountain lake, the Ebenalp, after which you keep descending all the way back to your starting point at Wasserauen. Of course you can do it the other way around as well. The hike itself is not technical at all, but you're gaining quite some ground. So it will be exhausting, but it does not feel dangerous at all. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos if you're interested in hiking guides like this. But then, is this hike for you? I think this hike fits almost everybody well. If you want to make a big climb, it's for you and you can even make it longer all the way to Santis. If you don't like big climbs, you can just take the cable car and just hike up the last part, which is still quite steep. If you like spectacular views, very unique sightings, this is the place for you. Even though it's not technical, you won't be bored because of the beautiful views. So if you're a big hiker, you can make this hike longer. If you want to make a short day hike, you can make this hike shorter. If you're looking for a really remote or desolate place, this is not the spot. It can get quite busy when to do this hike. Most of the years you can start this hike in the beginning of June, and the last people who are doing it are in the end of October. But of course it all depends on the weather. The Schafler Hut is opened from June until October. Gear. You don't need that much special gear here. Just bring proper shoes with enough grip. Trail runners, totally fine. You can bring poles if you like to, because it's quite a big climb and a big descent as well. Of course bring food and water. But there are some spots where you can get fresh water and some new food. As you can see, there are quite a lot of different hikes you could do in the areas. You can just make the variant you want. You can make it longer or shorter, but there is something for everyone. I think when you cover the whole area, you will do around 33 kilometers with a little bit less than 2000 meters of elevation gain. Sleeping. So you're not allowed to camp near the Schafler Hut, but you can sleep in the hut, which gives you a spectacular sunrise and sunset, of course. I couldn't find the prices of the hut, but I will link the number and their website down below so you can give them a call if you're interested in sleeping there. If you want to take a cable car from Wasserauen to Ebenalp, this will save you around 4 kilometers and 600 meters of elevation gain. A single ride up will be around 22 Swiss francs, and if you want to take a round trip, it will be 34 Swiss francs. Thanks for watching, and I hope this video helped. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos if you're interested in hiking guides like this.